right?
Yep.
So he will have to concentrate on improving one thing, but remembering every detail, right?
Yeah,
Like one
and
thing,
again,
right?
yeah,
and then
exactly.
next week maybe another thing.
Or it doesn't even have to be a full week. If he feels like he's doing it really well, and then he can say, okay, I'm doing it well, I can do it on my next thing. But then he's just going to realize maybe next week he might not be doing as well, and he'll have to go back to that.
Ah, okay.
So you might have to go back to what your original thought was if it doesn't end up panning out that it's not muscle memory yet. So like we said, he was doing a great job of this for a couple days, and then today in the lesson it kind of went, well, that's okay. It's not a big deal. That's not hard to lift the elbow up. Again, it's just something that we got to train a little bit more. So the couple things, he should be doing the leg exercises like we did over here. He should then also be doing, racket for a second, oh my racket's over here. Just either behind a cone or something like that, just shadow strokes, not a lot of movement, but just the stroke, where it's the split step, the turn and the prep, down, and swing like that. He should do that once and then recover. Down, calm swing with no ball, and then recover. Same thing, no extra movement, where basically it's only the little hip turn and the upper body is staying still. Little hip turn and the upper body is staying still. Little hip turn and the upper body is staying still. I want you to try and practice those shadow strokes so that you're gonna move your feet and then you're gonna get there and hopefully you'll do the same exact stroke right there, okay?
Recovering is going to the...
Correct. Go behind the baseline. Behind the baseline. Now he has to make sure that he is not standing. This is not yet anyway. Maybe you got 16 and we move him up a little bit. But right now, for his game, the positioning right here cannot happen. That is wrong. You have to be at least 3 feet behind the baseline. Because your goal is to move in and move to the ball and then use your legs. I don't want you moving sideways and using your arm, okay? And again, you have to train yourself mentally. That's a tougher one. Trying to get someone to move forward and back one takes a little more effort in there. But again, if you put a couple cones out, or we have like those little plastic strips that you can put on the court, or if you're on, I don't know if you have the clay courts or not, but if you're on the clay, then you draw an X. And you're just constantly reminding yourself. And again, yeah. And then all of these little things will hopefully, as he practices them a little bit within, a month or so, kind of come together a little bit more. But again, the main thing that this guy has got to do is, again, move the feet very nice and fast, and then when he gets there, completely stop them and relax. That's the whole game. Can I run really, really fast, but then when I get to the ball, maintain staying calm. And today it's not that he wasn't calm, but his body wasn't calm. His body was moving. So, and I think that's just because he had a lot going on in his head. Not because he was excited, but he's thinking of so much. So we got to remain calm when we get to the ball. And again, what is our goal? To just get there and just turn. And if you can get there, bend and turn, you're in pretty good shape. Okay, so we want to make sure that you are practicing your all court game and your footwork forward, backward, and then relaxing before you strike that ball. Now, technical wise, yeah, we got to get back to this and then this. That's easy. You practice that and just make it better. Okay, you're smart enough. You're more than capable of going there to there. I don't think you need a whole lot of work on it. You just need to practice it.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Doing it or not?
What's that?
5 o'clock. Is he doing it or not?
Is he
Or
doing?
is still the 7 o'clock?
Well, listen, it was bent today, so when he started straightening it out, yeah, it was over on the hitting side. And again, just as long as we don't see it going behind him right now, we're okay. 5 o'clock, if you can get it to 5 o'clock, good. Just as long as the hand doesn't go back behind the body. But when you straighten it out, I thought it was staying on the hitting side, okay? So that's good.
So another thing, the straight elbow, right?
Got to go straight
And then the upper
on
body
both of them.
moving.
And remember, there's the
Right
connection
down.
between your hips. Exactly. Write down all of the things, and we can even go over them in video again today, this afternoon, or whatever. But you should have an idea. You don't have to be thinking of them all the time, but you should know all the things that you're going to try and work on. What you write down, okay, unit turn and straight arm. You write down, bending the knees. You write down all the things that you need to do better. Calm down when I get there. Whatever. You need to write down all of those things, and then you need to practice one. But every day you're still looking over those things and still trying to, but I still have to do this because your focus might be, okay, get a straight arm right, and he gets a straight arm out there, but then he's going to realize, okay, wait a second, I didn't bend my knee or something on that. So you don't want to think about too much until after, and when you mess up, that's when you can think about it a little bit and say, do it better. But when you're going to that ball, try and relax and try and use the legs to strike it, okay?
Okay.
So we'll get more work. Do you want to play a set this afternoon?
Yes.
We'll have you drill a little bit, then we'll let you play to finish off, okay?
Okay.
And then we'll probably end up going tomorrow morning. I'll talk with your dad and we'll figure out what time we're doing, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty?
Yes.
I'm pretty happy with it. I like how we did the work in the drilling. If you continue to work in the no ball drill and everything, I mean no hitting drill, that's great stuff, and that will hopefully get you more ready to do it when you get into the live ball, okay? So today we'll try and do a little bit of drilling, a little live ball, and have you play a set in there.
Drilling is what?
Drilling is when I'm feeding, and he works on the stroke. Maybe just to work on the turn a little bit and the straight arm just for a little bit, but maybe a quick basket. And then we try and say, okay, go out and let's see how you can execute with the feet, okay?
Okay.
So be ready to perform, sir, all right? Be ready to compete. Whoever I put you against, I want you to beat them down, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Like it's
Good stuff, guys. Good stuff, okay?
5-0.
I know. Yes, I'm very happy with
How
that.
old is the girl that
It was, who was it? It was Charlotte. Charlotte's 14 or 15. Yeah. She just started coming here a few weeks ago, so.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
She's new.
Yep, she's a little bit newer, and you can tell, like you can see, she's got flaws too that she's gonna work on. She doesn't do a great job of bending either. That's I'm doing the same exact things with her, the same exact things, working on being low and understanding the compression into the turn. And again, that's something that we see with so many kids. This never comes across their mind is using. And people say bend, yeah, but people don't emphasize that. Use the legs to hit it, and it's such, a great thing to have, and a lot of people haven't heard it, and we got to constantly work on that. So again, if you push yourself to make that better, you can separate yourself from the kids that aren't really doing that too much.